Absolutely.
Bitch, I feel like fish snark.
I'm kissing styrofoam. Who know what I be on? That's what I be on. She know what I be on. Who know what I be on? That's what I be on. Baby, move along. I keep moving on. I keep moving on. We keep making up. I keep moving on. We keep making up. I keep moving on. We keep making up. I can't make it up. Somebody wake me up. Yeah. Pulled up with my whole team. Magnet swerving a white beam. Yeah, got boy clear, tryna stay clean. Yeah, got boy clear, we got big dreams. And my new bitch on a movie screen. And my old bitch, she a groupie teen. Yeah, I break hearts, I'm a cold heart. I'm a horse head, whip it like a NASCAR. Yeah. Wicked face task force, yeah. Baby, you get what you asked for. I'm kissing styrofoam. Who know what I be on? That's what I be on. She know what I be on. Who know what I be on? That's what I be on. Baby, move along. I keep moving on. I keep moving on. We can make it up. I keep moving on. We can make it up. I keep moving on. We can make it up, I can make it up. Somebody wake me up. I'm kissing styrofoam. Who know what I be on? What? Yeah. Who know what we be on? Who know what we be on? Who know what we be on? They be like, yeah. What do they be on? In the back of the club, what do they be on? I know what I be on. It's a styrofoam, it's a styrofoam, it's a styrofoam. It's the pain pills, man, it's getting real. It's the pain pills, man, it's getting real. It's the pain pills, yeah, yeah. It's the pain pills.
The crazy thing is like, I don't know how like no one, like I don't know. I'm not saying I'm newsworthy, but like, how are people like not, like, how could a news crew just, like, couldn't you, you're like a news crew.
Right. Basically.
Like, how could a news crew like not just like come out here and just like you literally walk around Webster, you can interview people,
yeah.
and like.
Could you move your mic just a little bit so that the black part's like more, it's more like out, it's not.
My bad. This is the first of many times doing this.
I mean, we can make that happen. Like, I could call someone out here because I have tons of connections.
Do you?
I do. I may be only 18, but you know.
So you're a senior?
I'm a senior in high school.
Thomas?
Thomas. Yeah. So.
How long have you been doing the Boasties thing for?
2 years. This is my second year.
Yeah.
It's super fun. I love it.
By the way, you know how we were communicating on Instagram before?
Yeah.
Like, and then, like you've called, like that one time I was over there, you called over to me.
Yeah.
And like you were videoing me and you knew my name and like shit. Like I've told people about that, like, but I never made the connection. Like I never knew that until the other day when you're like, it's Lucas, and then you DM me. I'm like,
oh, you didn't know that was me.
Over there, no, because like you're out like a little like window, you know what I mean? So like
they don't open very, you know.
Yeah,
so.
And you have like your phone out.
Yeah. So
if you have, by the way, if you have clips like of me on your phone, like send them to me, bro.
Really?
Like, yeah, that'd be so funny.
I have this really awesome clip of me going, right after this day over here saying the name is Lucas, I have a video. My friend took a video of that inside the bus, and after I shut the window.
Bro, you could make that a TikTok.
Yeah.
You could make you saying, "Yo, it's Lucas," and then take that clip and make it into like the game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And like make that into like a TikTok, add effects to it and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
No, but like that over there, like after I closed the window, I went, "That was fucking awesome!" And I'll send you the video. I got it. It's fucking awesome.
Perfect.
So what would you say is like your main message, like to people who want to start doing this or start performing or anything like that? Like, how did you get started?
Well, there's a couple questions in there, right? So, first off, I think if someone did what I'm doing and they did it without me, I would be jealous, to be honest. Like, to be dead ass honest. Like, I've seen when I'm driving around like Rochester and I like potentially see someone like maybe like performing, like the human in me like would get jealous. Like, why would you not do it with me? Like, we could be like or whatever. So, on top of that, the other sad thing is like, bro, what I do is so much fun and so thrilling, and like, I don't know why, like this person, that person, like, it's a Saturday, like, what the fuck are they doing that's like, you know, like super important? Like, they're going to like fucking Wegmans or some shit. You could pull your car over for 1 minute and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and create a conversation. So I'm not like this like loony nutbag that's just like jumping around on the sidewalk, and like actually get to know who I am. Or like, I've had people like tell me like, "Oh, I wanted to find your videos, but I never who you were, or your name, or like your Instagram or whatever." It's like, well, you can easily find it. Like, that person with their window down could ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever. So, and like so many people have like videos of me, like just in their cars. Like, I would love to see those. Like, that would be wondrous. But my message, like I told you earlier, was like when we were off camera, but it's not off the record because it's me on the record now, is like, I just want to tell stories through music, art, dance, performance, right? So like my ethos of, like, I actually have an organization that I would probably like to make into an LLC, but it hasn't been the right time to necessarily do that, is Sidewalk Entertainment. So like the ethos like that I created last summer before I went to LA for the last time was... Why
don't we flip around, because the wind's coming in
Yeah.
this way, so your back will be...
So, just, yeah, so, like, the ethos is healing and uplifting communities through the sounds of music and dance. So uplifting and healing communities through the sounds of music and dance. But there's so much more depth to it. But like I said, like, as we were talking about, I think I said it great there, and I've never put all this philosophy into like on paper or like crystallized it or anything like that. But this is the first document of that. Is like, life is a story, life is a narrative. Every conversation you have, every interaction, every day, every moment with another person, with nature, with yourself, you know, is a narrative, is a story. But people don't pay attention to that, so they miss that, and that's why people, you know, are jumping in the future in their minds and their bodies and their souls, and jumping back to the past and not being in the present. Like, when I'm doing this, I'm fully in the present for the most part, or at least I try to be. But it's just like Sidewalk Entertainment, and what I do as a performance artist is plainly just a story. But the way I started was like my first time doing it, and it literally came from the recesses, the abyss of my subconscious mind, is I was in Beverly Hills. I pulled up into a fire lane, jumped on top of my car, and played Rockstar by 21 Savage and Post Malone. Yeah. And there was like maybe 100 people and this is the first time I was in LA and lived there. They were eating, and there was people on a canopy and stuff, and eventually the cops were called because I was in a fire lane. But that, like, before that, as I told you off camera, was like that I was rapping in my car, and I went to music school out there for a little bit. And and stuff like that. This was back in May of 2019, and that was all like private, and I was posting on Instagram or whatever. See, like I love shit like that. Like that makes my fucking day. Like because for so long, and still now, obviously, like it's like what I do is so unconventional and confrontational that it's just like people call the police on me. Like people, like people are calling the police on us right now. Yeah. But the Webster police are cool and they know who I am. I'm friends with them and stuff like that. And like, it's just for such a long time. Like that means so much to me. Like every single beep means such to me. They beeped 7 times, so that was like that 7 times of meaning. And because like so many times, like I've had people still think I'm nuts, and I am a little nuts. But like every artist is. So just. Like when this is my stage, like we talked about, and like this is a concert, this is a public concert for free. Like people get to watch this shit for free and appreciate it for what it is. And if they really want to enjoy it more, they can pull over into the gas station and get out and watch me and listen to the actual music and not just watch me move around like a nutbag. Right. But yeah, it's just so anyway. It just started in LA, and then I've gone back and forth. And I've literally gone out to LA just to be an artist, and I've performed in the most lucrative of places. I've performed on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and the heart of Hollywood. Like I was literally there was the coolest thing. So this past summer, I was walk with me. I was like.
No, it's still going.
Still going?
Yeah, I think.
Is it connected there so you can see like that it's catching audio?
Can I see?
Hey!
Are there 2 lights on there? There's like one that looks like a Wi-Fi logo. One. Yeah. Okay, so we're good.
So walk with me. Just like up and down, just get different angles.
Yeah.
So this past summer I was in the heart of Hollywood, and I just was like, now it's high as fuck. I mean, it's California.
Yeah, right.
So I pulled up on it was a Sunday, and I pulled up on what are those called? Public market.
Okay.
And it was blocked off, and there was these 2 African American guys, and they were playing jazz. So I was like, why don't I just put my headphones in and listen to rap or whatever and like create a show with them? And they were getting tips and stuff, and I don't really have anything to do this because I don't do this for money. I love to do it as a living, but like I'm not gonna panhandle. And I've gotten like people call the cops like he's just a panhandler and he's like going up to cars, and like it's crazy. That's a whole nother day to talk about the stories of like people like snitching on me and like trying to like kill my energy and vibe. And like what I'm doing is pure and sacred. So like when people try to do that, like it's just hurting their own karma and their own soul.
Yeah.
So
you know your own intentions.
Yeah.
Other people may not, but you know your own intentions.
Oh, I know.
That's what really matters.
Yeah. And you're getting to know it now, like you as a person, as well as like this documentation. So, anyway, this is such a cool story. So I'm like jamming out, and I'm like lifted like crazy, bro. Like, and on like Cali Dank, and again, like for the record, I don't like. Literally, bro, like 95% of the time I come on this sidewalk, this one specifically, I'm sober as shit, bro. The only thing and that's an affirmation right there, too, right? So like, the only thing I'm hitting is Nick, and that's it. And I was sober from this for a while. I was sober from all drugs completely for 7 months, just this past like October, November. Like no alcohol, no nothing, for 7 months straight. And
Are you still sober now?
For the most part, like marijuana, I'll do like socially and like I'll have a drink like once.
Come on, everyone does marijuana.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm making a point that when I come out on the sidewalk and I have a public duty to act like a gentleman for or whatever, like right, like I'm sober like 95% of the time, you know. And there might be a few times where I'll come out high, but like that expands my artistry. You know what I mean? So I was just like vibing out, I was listening to music on my headphones, so I wasn't disturbing the jazz musicians, and they were lit, bro. They were mad good. And so I'm like high, so I'm not really like whoop. So like up comes this like dude who's like 6'1", and he has a crew with him. And like there's something going on at this like venue on a side street, and this is like in the heart of Hollywood, like I said. And he walked like past me, and let's adjust for the wind. Okay. So it ended up being Moneybagg Yo.
No way.
Yeah. So I was like, he walked past me, and I was like, yo. And he's like, what's up? And he's like with his crew, and it gets better. So his crew's got a camera just like that. So I was like, no, I looked at him, and I nodded like, bro, I know who you are. But like I was high, so I didn't like I knew him, like, but I didn't like I was like, that dude looks hella familiar. And like I performed, like before I went to LA last summer, I was up near Hagedorn's. Yeah. Like I was up near Hagedorn's this way, and like I was playing Moneybagg. Like I just learned of who he was, and I just fuck with his energy. Like he's got that Virgo Pisces shit, and like I just fuck with it. So like I was performing his music, and then I ran into him. So I was listening to my headphones. So I was like, yo, hold on a second.
Here, let's shift this way.
Yeah.
The wind, yeah.
I was like, yo, hold on a second. So I had my speaker with me. So like, I synced it perfectly. I turned my speaker on. I put on Said Some, and I performed for him. And his crew got it on their camera. I don't know what they did with the video. And then he whipped his phone out. He took video of me for 7 seconds, and then he posted it on his fucking story on Instagram of me dancing. I have people that follow him that are friends with me that saw it and sent it to me, because I didn't know he posted it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
Because he just took it and then he went in the venue.
Right.
And like the people that follow, he's connected with like Kanye and all these people. So like the potentials for that shit is like whatever, of whoever saw it. So anyway, he goes in the venue, he changes, he comes back out, and there's this like dope ass purple Corvette on the street in Hollywood, and like he shoots the Waukesha video of one of his songs right there, and I watched the whole thing, and I have videos of it on my phone, and you can go on YouTube and watch it, and I was literally right there. And right before that. So like that was like a dope ass story. I don't know what the point of all that was, but that was just a dope ass story of the last time I was in LA.
Yep.
Where was she raised? Where did she raise up? Came from the grave, now she chase paper. PGT, 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 that's PGT. Pretty yellow thing that believe that shit. Believes in me like I believe in her. Last time money over steak and grits. Last time money over this and that. I got a room, baby, but don't got a strap. You say you good, but you know I gotta ask. You say you good, but you know I gotta ring, ding, ding, girl, you got class. Starting all the questions, so you gotta think fast. Turn up on another glass, another glass. Hennessy, Pepsi, Hennessy and Pepsi. PGT, you're way more sexy in person. Girl, I know I get you nervous. Get deeper than the surface, deeper than the surface. Where was she raised? Where did she raise up? Came from the grave, now she chase paper. PGT, PGT, PGT. Where was she raised? Where did she raise up? Came from the grave, now she chase paper. PGT, PGT, PGT. I really brought you out of the country, like, what's that? What's this? It really got you living real nice, baby. Like that, in this. Your body fit designer good. Ask me and you gotta be good. Got a mansion in Hollywood, but I never turn Hollywood. She get over that, mean more love for me. More love for me, yeah. She get over that, means more to you, see. More to you, see, yeah. She get over, maybe that's all I really need. Whoa. Hennessy, Pepsi, Hennessy and Pepsi. PGT, you're way more sexy in person. Girl, I know I get you nervous. Get deeper than the surface. Deeper than the surface. Where was she raised? Where did she raise up? Came from the grain, now she trades paper. PGT, PGT, PGT. I'm still asking, where was she raised? Where did she raise up? Came from the grain, now she trades paper.